Welcome to the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York, home to 4,400 cadets. The oldest continuously occupied military post in the country, West Point sits on over 16,000 acres and is one of the largest school campuses in the world. Here, the leaders of tomorrow are trained. With over 40 majors to choose from, the Academy is one of the most highly regarded schools in the nation. The Academy offers 25 Division I sports, and several of its athletes have participated in the Winter and Summer Olympic Games. But the Academy prepares a cadet for far more than just educational feats. It prepares them for joining the ranks of the finest army in the world. The Long Gray Line has produced many great leaders. And here we will take an inside look into their world. I'm your host, Specialist Alexandria Corneiro, and this is The Point. Hello and welcome to The Point. I'm your host, Specialist Alexandria Corneiro, and right behind me sits one of the most monumental college campuses in the world, the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York. Many great historical leaders have walked across these very plains, to include Presidents Dwight D. Eisenhower and Ulysses S. Grant. But the Academy was once also home to many great athletes and entrepreneurs like Heisman Trophy winner Pete Dawkins and AOL co-founder James Kimsey. With an abundance of activities going on, the Academy is always abuzz with cadets, who right now are going through Reorganizational Week, or Reorgi Week as it's better known. As cadets gear up for the final semester of the school year, some look back on their first semester at the Academy.
I'd say the main reason I wanted to come to the military academy is I wanted to be in the Army and I wanted to be an officer, so I felt that here I could get the most training opportunities and basically develop my skills to be the best that they could be.
For Cadet Thomas Giordano, attending the Academy has opened doors for him he never thought possible, as he prepares to go to the Olympics for handball.
It's kind of it's like an overwhelming experience because I mean, like all my fellow classmates, I was preparing for what I would have to do in the Army for the next couple of years. But then like an opportunity like this comes up, and I mean, it's kind of like a once in a lifetime thing.
Cadet Patrick Benevento says his experience here so far has completely changed him.
When I first came here, I wanted to do basically everything here and be the top of my class, and it was sort of more selfish goals, I would say. But going with my classmates and going day to day, realized that what's really important here is how we help each other.
Although every experience here is different, it is unanimous that the 4 years they spend here will be something they never forget. Welcome back. I'm standing here with Cadet Megan Caldwell Meeks and Cadet Carter Bell, who are entering into their final semester here at USMA. You know, one thing on everyone's mind is they want to know a little bit about what your journey was like from when you first got here to where you're at now. So can you tell us a little bit about why you decided to come to West Point?
Well, immediately following 9/11, like many of my classmates, I wanted to enlist in the Army. My father, being a military officer, he strongly urged me to go to West Point and become a commissioned officer. So I decided to come here instead of going the enlisted route, and that's where I am today.
What branch did you pick?
I branched infantry. That was definitely my first choice.
Is that where your dad branched?
He was a little disappointed with my choice. He was an armor officer, a little branch rivalry, but he's happy with that. I got what I wanted.
Okay, and what was one of your most memorable moments here at West Point?
Probably my most memorable moment is following 500th night. Like in the spring term, we as a company all went on a boat cruise, and we got to mingle the entire company, which we don't get to do very often because everyone's off doing a million different things, have a million different jobs to do. And we all came together and just had a company party out on the Hudson on the Soups boat, and that was probably one of my favorite times here at the Academy.
Sounds like a really good time. Now, I know another thing that's really important here is you guys have a lot of clubs that you take part in. Did you take part in any clubs while you were here?
In fact, I did. I've been a part of the Cadet Gospel Choir since I was a plebe, and that's really been exciting for me because it's helped me through some of the harder times here. Also, early on, I was on the crew team, which was a little different for me because I'm from the West Coast, and it's not very big out there on the West Coast, so I wanted to try something new.
Okay, what part of the West Coast are you from?
California.
Oh, and what's the distance been like for you?
Very difficult. Just traveling takes a day to get out there. And so I try to go see my family as much as I can. But if I can't go see them, they'll try to come see me.
Okay. And so what changes have you seen in yourself from when you initially got here till now when you're transitioning out?
Absolutely. Well, I started at the prep school, so my journey's been a little bit different, a little bit longer, 5-year journey. And I feel like I'm stronger in a lot of aspects because I've been through so many things that I never thought I'd gone through. Each summer here has taught me something different, and now I'm just ready to transition into being that leader that I feel God made me for.
Oh, that's very outstanding. So I know that sports are a really big thing here, and you can't really be a true West Point sports fan without doing the Rocket. So I'm not that great at it, so I was hoping you guys could show me how to do it.
No problem.
Yeah, all right.
Boom. You smay rah rah, you smay rah rah, hoorah, hoorah, Army rock, team, 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 hey!
Okay, so once I get the basic motion down,
Yeah, it's all about getting the basic
right
motion, that's it.
Well, you guys are really great sports about that, and I really appreciate it. So, any questions for me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Coming up next, we'll see what's going on in sports. Welcome back. Here's a look at what's coming up in sports. This Wednesday, men's tennis goes up against Stony Brook, while men's and women's basketball take on Holy Cross. And this coming Friday, men's tennis will have their Shirt Shack Open. Gymnastics will host the West Point Open, which will continue into Saturday. And men's hockey will take on Canisius. Saturday, the rifle team goes against the University of Kentucky, while women's basketball hit the court against Lehigh. Army swimming and diving competes against Bucknell. And track and field kicks off the indoor season college invitational at the Armory. Men's hockey hits the ice against Canisius, and Black Knights men's basketball versus Lehigh this coming Sunday. For more information on times, locations, and tickets, please visit GoArmySports.com. Be sure to come out to West Point this coming Monday through Thursday for the annual blood drive. The goal this year is 1,600 units. Remember, all donations go to our wounded warriors serving downrange or at home. So be sure to show your support. Well, that's it for this week's edition. I'm your host, Specialist Alexandria Corneiro, and this is The Point. My dance move, what happened to it? Once the camera came on, it went away. My dance move went away. But the Academy is also home to many great athletes and entrepreneurs as well. Like, I gotta swallow, sorry. We will take a look into their inside world. That's not how that's written, but whatever. Hello and welcome to The Point. I'm your host, Specialist Alexandria Corneiro. Here comes my producer.
Tag.
And so I decided to try something new out here.
I'm going to kill you. I'm your host, Specialist Alexandria Corneiro. Oh.
Your owner. Oh, I don't believe it.
Oops.